Do I see what?
The pine cone.
Those are pretty cool, right?
Right.
We are taking James to his neurology appointment this morning.
It's not closing.
It's gonna take a second, I think.
It is.
Yes. Ready?
Wow. Hold up.
Good job.
I saw the girl. Yeah.
Who is he?
Right here. High five, Spotty. Puppy. Oh, I'm getting some water.
Okay, can you reach it? That's perfect for you. So we are out of James's neurology appointment. That was the first one in like, I think 6 months or a year. It had been a while since James had a neurology appointment. Maybe it was 6 months. Anyways, it went really well because James is doing awesome. He doesn't have another appointment for 8 months, and the only reason he has an appointment in 8 months and it's not longer or maybe even never is because of the whole genetic testing thing, and he wants to keep him on until the genetic testing is resolved. So that's the only reason that he is still keeping him on his caseload, really, I think, at this point. Because, okay, so going back, the reason that James has a neurologist is because when he was a tiny baby, he was like 10 months old and he wasn't sitting up. He was low tone, basically hypotonia is what it was called, and he was hyperflexible, and he was missing a whole bunch of milestones, most of them physical. He had severe tibial torsion, he had really, really badly pronating feet, and he had weakness on the right side of his body. And so basically that got him a neurologist, that got him an orthopedic specialist, that got him a lot of doctors. That got him an OT, a PT, and
Lots of stuff.
lots of doctors,
Yep.
lots of therapists.
Yep.
And yeah, he doesn't have any therapists anymore. He has a pediatrician. He doesn't see his orthopedic doctor anymore. He had orthotics and he doesn't wear those anymore. And all he has left is a pediatrician and a neurologist. So he had a really good appointment. And so we are going back in 8 months, but I also talked to him because I hadn't seen him. I'd emailed him and told him about the genetic mutation, but I hadn't actually seen him because he wasn't the doctor that referred to genetics. He told me to get the referral to genetics, and but he wanted the primary care to do the referral so that the primary care would be the one like basically orchestrating everything. So I wasn't totally sure because it was from another hospital system whether or not he'd seen the report. So when that report came through and we found out what the mutation was, I had emailed him. And so today we talked about it, and when the report came through, it was basically just like, there are 2 variations of this gene. Call me if you want to learn more. Because I got the CC of the letter to our doctor, and it didn't say very much at all. And so I basically told him what the study said, as far as I understood, and gave him the name of the author of the study, which he wrote down so that he could read the study himself, which is way better than me telling him about it, obviously. And kind of gave him a thing of what was going on. The problem right now is our insurance won't pay for the other kids to have the test done. Our insurance won't pay for full exome testing to find out if the other kids have the mutation, which is hard because we need to know if our other kids have a genetic mutation that causes ventilation issues and that could possibly cause them to have congenital essential hypoventilation syndrome, which is worrisome since I used to see Sadie turn blue when she was a baby, and I told her doctors that, and they were like, oh, she's very fair. And I've seen James stop breathing a whole bunch of times. And I had talked to Maggie's doctors when she was a baby about how abnormal I thought her sleep was, and they were like, hey, enjoy it. You have a baby that sleeps way, way more than normal. Just enjoy it. And so I have some big concerns, and our insurance has denied that testing. There's a lab in Germany that says they'll do the tests, and our doctors are struggling to get the blood to Germany, but there's a DNA to Germany, but there's a problem with getting blood or DNA to a non-US accredited lab. And so that is just happening very, very slowly. And so we talked about that stuff. And it's stressful. Anyways, sorry, I didn't really mean to go. Anyways, I thanked for the very first time, I just stopped and said, I just really wanted to thank you because you believed me when no one else believed me, and you're the reason that she has a monitor. And I just really, really wanted to say thank you to him because he is the doctor that believed us when nobody else believed, when everyone else basically just thought I was a paranoid mom. And that was when she was 6 months old, so that was 20 months ago basically. And it took almost 20 months to find out what was actually happening and why she wasn't breathing. And in that time, he was the one doctor that kept pushing for, and basically was like, no, he didn't believe it was prematurity. There were like one other doctor, he and her primary care really kept pushing. I would say, okay, there were 3 doctors that really believed throughout all of it. Sorry. 1 second, okay, buddy? I would say there were 3 doctors that really believed throughout all of it that there was something more going on and that really advocated for her. And so, but he was the one that started it off. He was the one that ordered that initial sleep study, and I will forever and ever be grateful for that because I really feel like he saved her life by getting her that monitor, by ordering that test that got her that monitor, and by being the one who took the first step and really pushed all this way and advocated for Tessie. And I am so grateful for that. And he just kind of looked down and said, I'm really glad we found out what it was. I'm really glad we finally got answers. I'm so grateful that he listened, and I'm so grateful that he ordered that initial sleep study and that he has advocated for her all this way. Anyways, I have a bunny that I need to go get some food for, so we gotta go. But yeah. And that, and that. Okay, say cheese.
Is that right?
Say cheese. That's so good. They would be a little jealous.
Yeah. And they will eat all food.